You know it's an Honor phone when you first look at the glossy back panel of the device. Honor is known to use such a finish on their devices, and the Honor 10 Lite unit we have has a sapphire blue finish. While the back does attract a lot of attention, it also picks up smudges very easily. Honor ships a transparent case in the box, which helps in this case. The 10 Lite is the first smartphone from the manufacturer with a dewdrop notch. The tiny notch sits in the center at the top of the display and only houses the selfie camera. In order to make the notch smaller, Honor has moved the earpiece towards the frame of the smartphone. The notification light has been moved to the bottom bezel, which you'll notice only when it lights up. The front is dominated by a 6.21-inch display with a 19.5:9 aspect ratio and sports Full HD Plus resolution. Honor claims that the chip-on-film screen technology enables them to make the bottom bezel smaller. The frame as well as the back of the phone are made out of plastic and they don't feel premium. It might be an attempt to keep the cost and the weight of the device down. Powering the Honor 10 Lite is the Huawei Kirin 710 SoC, which is also seen powering phones like the Huawei Nova 3i and the Honor 8X. It is an octa-core processor based on a 12nm process and is clocked at 2.2 GHz. The Honor 10 Lite comes in 4GB RAM and 6GB RAM variant, while storage remains the same at 64GB. If you aren't satisfied with the internal storage, you can expand it further up to 512GB using the hybrid SIM slot. But if you aren't expanding storage, you can use two nano SIMs as the device has support for dual 4G VO LTE. The 10 Lite is the first smartphone from Honor to ship with Android Pie out of the box. It runs EMUI 9.0.1 along with a November security patch. The overall UI is similar to what we have seen in previous versions of EMUI, but it does have a few additions like digital balance, screen management settings, and the option to switch the screen to grayscale when it's bedtime. Just like most other recently launched smartphones, you get the option to enable gesture navigation. This hides the standard Android navigation bar and you can swipe to navigate instead. There are other gesture controls like flip to mute and 3-finger screenshot among others. The Kirin 710 is capable of running the day-to-day tasks without breaking into a sweat. Bundled with 4GB of RAM, the chip can deliver a smooth experience during day-to-day use. We did not find any lag or stutter and the phone could multitask easily. During our use, we found the fingerprint scanner to be slow to unlock the smartphone. It also has a face unlock feature which uses the selfie camera. Face recognition was faster and could unlock in most lighting scenarios. In our benchmark tests, the Kirin 710 scores higher than the Snapdragon 660 for CPU benchmarks but falls behind in the GPU tests. The Honor 10 Lite runs games like PUBG Mobile at the medium setting with the graphics setting at balanced and frame rate set to medium. With these settings, we did not notice lag while gaming. We observed that the battery drain was 11% after 36 minutes of PUBG Mobile. The 3400 mAh battery in the 10 Lite lasted for 11 hours and 20 minutes in our HD video loop test. With our usage, which consisted of an active WhatsApp account, about an hour of gaming, 50 minutes of navigation using Google Maps, and a few YouTube videos, we were still left with 46% battery at the end of 24 hours. Honor does not supply a fast charger in the box, and the bundled 10-watt charger is slow to charge the phone. Honor has gone with a dual camera setup for the 10 Lite consisting of a 13-megapixel primary camera and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. For selfies, you get a 24-megapixel shooter that sits in the notch. The camera software is like what we have seen on other Honor phones, and the camera boasts of AI on both the primary as well as the selfie cameras. There are aperture, night, portrait, panorama, pro and time-lapse modes apart from the usual photo and video modes. HDR is a different mode, but we would have preferred it if it was a quick toggle. High Vision, a feature we had seen on the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, is also available, but its feature set is limited to identifying objects, translating text and the ability to scan QR codes. The Honor 10 Lite is quick to focus and can meter the scene correctly. With the AI mode enabled, the smartphone could detect what it was pointed towards. The output in this mode, however, was too saturated. While the bluer skies and greener grass looks better on the phone's display, it did look artificial. Photos clicked without AI were better in some instances. In landscape shots, the Honor 10 Lite failed to capture details of objects at a distance.